So, not too long ago, Flotus puts out a video preaching the merits of going to college, right? Just basically talking about how if you want to become successful in our society, you need to go to college. And college is has some kind of um, panacea for creating personal success and functionality in our society. I just think that is so outdated, right? It is just so outdated. It's not so much that it's wrong, it's just that it's outdated. And here's why. We have to go into a larger conversation about one, what does it mean to become successful, right? Because success to me may not necessarily be success to you, right? I consider myself to be extremely successful, considering my background and where I came from and where I started and where I am now. Hugely successful. Now, my coworkers may look at me and not think that I'm successful because I haven't reached a certain level of financial status or freedom or that they have. But again, you see my point. Success is subjective. It's defined by you. And if you don't take the time to clearly define what success is for you, then you will basically be subject to society's definition of it. And so in this case, Flotus is again singing the merits of degree theory. And here's why that's backwards. Society in our world, we know for a fact that if, for you to be one fully functional, you're going to have to do what you love to do. And so you need to put in time to find out your purpose, to find your passion, to find your gift, to find that talent, that skill, that innate part of your person that will allow you to go out and make a contribution that you can then turn into your profit, right? Turn your passion into your profit, right? We hear that all the time. And when the most successful people or people, again, that we have given that title of successful person or someone who's successful, those people talk about what? They don't talk about their degree. They don't talk about their school. Quite frankly, most of those people we're talking about, right, did what? They dropped out of college. Gates, Michael Dell, Steve Jobs, Zuckerberg, so many of these people, and those are kind of IT folks. Some of the other folks kind of escape my mind right now. But the point is, it's not about college. It's not about college. And don't misinterpret what I'm saying. I am 100% pro-education. That's what I do. I'm an educator. But you need to know before you go. You need to know what it is you want to do and what you want to achieve and what you ultimately want to make a contribution doing. And if a college degree is necessary to achieve that, then by all means, go get a college degree. But if a college degree is not what you want to do, if a college degree is not required for you to go become a chef, then don't go to Baylor. Don't go to Tech. Don't go to some liberal arts college and spend $100,000 you don't have trying to fit into society's definition of success. That part is just asinine to me. But the other piece of that, the other reason why this happens to so many people, right, is the law of belief. You may have heard of the law of attraction. You may have heard of the law of return, right, that you reap what you sow. Well, the law of belief states that you live a life consistent with what you choose to believe. And so in this case, with degree theory, right, it has been so preached and it's been so internalized by specifically the American society, right? We have been taught from the cradle, go to college, go to college, go to college, go to college, right? And so the law of belief, and here's what's really powerful and crazy at the same time, is that regardless of if that information is based in fact or if it is true, if you choose to believe it, then it will become true for you. You will live a life consistent with bad information, right? Uh-oh, somebody hit me up. So that's the horrible part about degree theory is that, we are not critical we're not, we don't think critically enough, right? We don't respectfully question our belief systems. We kind of just go along with it because that's just how it's always been done. That's how everybody else does it. That's what you're supposed to do, right? And again, the change makers and the change drivers and throughout our history, have they been people who have been conventionalist, right? Have they been people who just kind of toed the line and went along with everybody? Or have they been people who were outside of the box? Were they people who didn't go where the path led them, right? They went where there was no path and blazed a trail. So this whole concept of degree theory, I'm preaching success theory. I'm talking about success theory. How do you become fully functional so you can then use knowledge and information and resources to then take action that will lead you to the things you want, right? That's what I'm talking about. That's what my book, my programs, everything I'm doing is about. How do you become functional enough so that you can then use the information and choose to change your results? Degree theory is a myth. Degree theory is outdated. All due respect to Flotus. I think she's an accomplished woman. I believe her intentions are noble and they're good. But again, I think it's flawed. My mother and my parents and my family, no one had malice when they told me to go to college. All of them had great intentions for me. They felt like, hey, that's the best way for you to become successful. And I just think that's flawed. So, tell me what you think. Hit me up. Let me know. I want to know. We need to have a conversation about this. This needs to be the conversation because whenever I talk to audiences and I talk to people, I always say, hey, what do you want? Right? What do you want to be? If you had $100 million, what would you do? Would you continue working on the job that you have right now? Or would you do something else? Right? The answer to that question is what your purpose is. What do you love to do? What would you do for free? Right? What activities do you engage in for free that you like to do and you get a sense of satisfaction, a sense of contribution, a sense of fulfillment by engaging in those activities? That's what you need to do. That's what you need to turn into your profit, right? That passion is what you need to turn into your profit. So, like I said, hit me up. I want to know what y'all think.